rely. We only
You got some good stuff going on right now. Hey. Hi. You look cute, Mika. Look how pretty you look.
I can't tell. You know I can't see.
You can't see?
I'm a little blind.
You look cute.
Thank you. You
look like hot lips.
I like this lips. You gave it to me. It's cute.
You know who be hooking up my lipstick?
Who?
Your sister.
Oh, she does
She'll
too.
say-
She
yeah,
always has pretty.
You know she
colors.
be on my helmet
She
about
got pretty colors.
you got the wrong color on.
I'm boring. I wear the same stuff for none at all.
And she was like, you ain't wearing that pink no more. That purple with that liner, you ain't wearing that no more. So welcome everybody to Samantha Wise Words. And I got my good girlfriend with me, Mika McCants.
Hiya.
And we try to figure out how to balance our work, our life, our families, our businesses, our church life, our children, our business. I mean, just everything. And we're trying to manage it all and then still be there to be able to have girlfriend time.
That's right.
And so we're always trying to figure out, how do we do it?
Right.
Do we do it?
Barely, but we do it. We get it done.
We can definitely get it done. So we're going to try to give you guys some techniques that we use in our everyday life. You see, I have books because this is the only thing. I'm old school, so I use my journals. I got like 100 of these. Every time somebody see my mother's name, Grace, on something, they just drop. They see Amazing Grace, and this one say Grace. So all of my books that people buy. So you don't think I throw y'all stuff away. I actually keep them and I use them in my day-to-day life. But today is about work-life balance. And does it exist, and is it attainable? I think it does exist. I think it is attainable, but I think of how to get there and what your ingredients and what your formula consists of is how you make it happen for you. But I kind of wanted to go, because do you mind we do a rabbit?
No, let's do it.
A rabbit. I want to talk about Sha'Carri Richardson.
My girl.
Your girl. And Sha'Carri Richardson is a young lady who runs a 100-yard dash, right?
Yep.
And she's like it's 100 meters. Yeah. So it like wasn't 100-yard dash. I ran 100 yards. Because I was running 100-yard dash back in school. I was pretty quick. I had one person in school to beat me. It was Rhonda. Her name was Rhonda. She was fast too. She was tall. She kind of like Serena Williams.
She had them long legs.
She had them long legs, and I'm just like this trying to beat her, and it didn't work out. But anyway, shout out to Rhonda. You was the fastest girl at Chelsea that could beat me. But I just want to talk about her because I think a lot of times we are really, really hard on our own people. Sha'Carri Richardson ran 100 meters, and she was the fastest
in the world. Fastest woman in the world.
And she is from Dallas, Texas.
Yep.
Fastest, and she's 21 years old.
A baby. Yep.
A baby. And the comments that I see on Facebook and Instagram about she should have known better.
Well, fill them in on what everybody don't know. So fill them in on what happened.
Sha'Carri Richardson, like I said, she ran 100 meter, and she had lost her mother a week before her actual race. And it wasn't that a family member told her that she lost her mother. Some stranger, somebody she wasn't even attached to, told her that her mother had passed away. And so her grandmother had kind of been filling in. So this baby went out, ran the best time ever in the world. We're not talking about for her high school or for in her neighborhood. We're talking about in the whole wide world. And she was destined, and she still is destined for greatness. But she was dealing with the loss of her mom. And those of us who have lost our parents, or there's this emptiness that you feel inside. So you kind of over medicate on stuff, or you just medicate. My choice was vodka. I was in the club. I was having cocktails trying to soothe this pain that I had inside. It was self-medicated. So I don't know her reasoning behind it, but I just know me myself, it has a lot to do with, me trying to mask the pain and try to keep going. So she smoked some weed.
We don't really know though.
Well, allegedly she smoked some weed.
It could have been an edible. We don't know.
Well, she had some THC in her system, but she could have just drunk something or whatever.
She was tested, and THC.
And THC came up in her things, which means they precluded her from running the 100 meter in the Olympics.
Right.
However, they're gonna let her run the relay.
Yeah, I don't
get that part.
Understand that either.
Is it because they don't want her to be the fastest woman in the world
who has THC in her system? But it's okay for her to,
But I thought weed makes you slower.
It depends.
So just think if she had been smoking weed, how much faster she would have been. Y'all,
It
hey.
Uh-huh.
But so there's this rally that she should have known better. First of all, she's a kid.
Yeah.
And second of all, she's dealing with death.
Yeah.
You never know what her background consists of. And I think instead of us
judging her,
because we do,
yeah,
about her lashes, about the color of her hair, that has nothing to do with her heart and where she's destined to go. Because even after this, God is going to anoint her to go further than that. So I'm going to ask you guys to look in the mirror. And instead of you casting judgment on her, pray for the baby. Because she definitely is a baby. I don't know, Mika, share some facts. I know your son ran the same. You were with him in LA.
Yeah, he just ran. He participated in a state race, and some of those kids that were in that particular race also qualified for the Olympics. So it's a big thing. This girl is kind of near and dear to me because she runs the exact same races that my son does. She runs the 100 meters. She runs the 200 meters. They're both sprinters. Their times are similar in the sense of what they run. And this baby is just amazing. You know, she stands out for number one, her gift and being, you know, who she is and being the fastest woman in the world. And then she's Black on top of that. And she just, like I made a post last week, she marches to the beat of her own drum. She's starting trends. She's not following them. And our people are getting on her case because of it. She's had more flack and more negative media for the color of her hair from Black people. Whereas if a white person started this trend, it wouldn't even be a big deal. You know, she would be a trendsetter but when it's us, it's ghetto. You know, and we have the most to say about it when we should be celebrating our own people. This woman is literally the fastest woman in the world, and she's Black. Why are we putting her down for anything? She's young. We don't know why THC is in her system. She could have been using something topical to, you know, aid her muscles. We don't know.
She could have had one of them good old cookies that Toya be making.
Or she could have just hit the weed because she was sad because her mama died. I mean, we don't really know. It's a million things behind it. But, you know, I think we're too quick to judge. We need to be more sympathetic. We need to be more open to hearing her story. We still don't know anything, but we're already talking negatively.
But then putting it out there, there's a lot of things that you can feel in your heart that you don't have to put it out there, because what happens is it grows. It's like a wildfire.
Right.
And so somebody's going to take that, add a match to it, and it's going to get big, especially with us talking about each other. And it does something to my spirit when I see us. Tear us down when we should be lifting each other up and saying something like, y'all pray for her. Because I know that one of the ladies put like, have we reached out to her for her to get some emotional support? Mm-hmm. Instead of saying what she should have done or how she should have. I'm a grown woman. I was 48, and I still didn't know the proper things to know. Even though I went to church, even though I've talked to therapists before, that wasn't what I was feeling at that moment. When you know, I was empty, I was broken, I had all those feelings in there. And instead of, you know, we got to stop it. We do. With the judgment, you know. And you probably have never been in a person's shoes. You don't know what it's like to train for something like that your whole life. Yeah, you've trained for something your whole life, and then when you get it, it's
taken away from you just like that because of a mistake. A quick and easy mistake.
And she didn't kill nobody.
She didn't.
She didn't hurt nobody.
She didn't. She didn't even hurt herself.
No.
And they're blowing this out of proportion, in my opinion.
Well, I'm with you. So y'all stop and pray for that baby.
Please do.
And anybody that you know that is dealing with some sort of death, instead of us saying they should be done by now or you don't have to cry, just be there to be a support system for them. Because I know there's a lot of people watching this or on Facebook connected to some of us that are going through something, that somebody just lost their child, somebody just lost their mother, their dad is going through something. So instead of us, you know, being empathy, you know, I want us to be more have empathy.
Yeah,
for
more
people.
Empathetic.
Yeah, be more empathetic for one another, because I think it's a must. And the only way that we're going to succeed is by having empathy and love for one another. And I think that's what we're missing in our communities, is the love and the respect and, you know, the non-judgmentalness of just being who we are. So I don't know. Do you want to go and say anything else about that?
I think you summed it up. I just think we need to be more supportive of one another. You know, as Black people, we have enough already to carry on our shoulders, and we're already being judged by everybody else in the world. So we ourselves are the last one to jump on that bandwagon and bring down one of our own. It's
Right.
just ridiculous. We should be in a position to absolutely uplift, like Sam said, and that's it and that's all. So just pray for that baby and hopefully it'll pan out. Everything will be okay and she can continue to run that 100-meter in the Olympics.
So we're gonna pray for her tonight.
Yeah.
So Lord, touch her, give her favor. Let them allow that just to be a mistake. And 1 second, guys, I want to ask you guys to like and subscribe and go ahead and share this podcast with your network, so on and so forth. We're gonna go ahead and get into the work-life balance. And is it attainable? And does it exist? So I guess I'll go ahead and put all the stuff that I have on my table.
Okay.
So first of all, I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm a corporate employee. I work 9-10 hours a day corporately. I run my own business. I am a grandmother. I'm a sister friend. I have all these other things attached to me. And a lot of times you have everybody pulling for something.
Yeah.
You have your businesses that need your full attention. You have your husband that's saying, slow down. I want to see you too. You have your children saying, can we go out to lunch? Can it just be me and you? I don't want nobody else coming.
Yeah.
You have all these different things tearing away at you. And it's kind of hard, to balance it. And as I said earlier, this is my corporate book journal. And this is my business journal. So every time something happens at my business, or I have like a quick idea or something that I can feel, I try to jot it down. Because if I don't jot it down, I won't get any sleep. I won't get any sleep. So, so maintaining a healthy work-life balance, what does it look like? So for Mika, so you got some big stuff going on right now. I know I don't get to talk to you as often.
Whatever.
But I call you. I think for me and you, we have that understanding. Like, friend, I love you, but we don't got to talk every day.
No, I'm not that friend anyway. I don't have to talk to everybody.
You don't have to say.
My bad. But I probably talk to you more often than most. How about that?
I think so. When we start talking, we be talking.
We do.
We be talking. So what does Mika have on her plate currently right now?
Well, like you, I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm a business owner, I'm a friend. I think I kind of play a lot of leadership roles and a lot of the little hats that I wear in a lot of my relationships. So I'm that girl you call sometimes when, what do you think about this? Or let me run this by you, or give me your opinion on that. So I'm happy to be all of those things to everybody that I can. But it becomes challenging at times. I got my daddy calling me because he need me to do this. Sometimes my mom need me to do that. My kids, my husband, my business, my friends, so it definitely takes prioritizing. I'm not old school like Sam, so I put everything in my cell phone. I try in calendar. I try to tell Siri to send me reminders. I try to jot everything down in my notes, and I do my best to prioritize. Now, one thing that is important to me is keeping my sanity and keeping my peace and also being happy. Now, I am a person that likes to juggle a lot of things at once. I need to be busy. I would be bored doing one thing at a time. However, prioritizing is important. My husband, my kids, my family, well, let's start with God, my husband, my kids, my family, business, and then everything else. That's the order that it comes in, and myself as well. So it's important for me to have some me time, schedule some time to hang with my girlfriends and have fun. We might come into an event, I'll be like, okay, I got 57 minutes.
Man, 57. We're going to hit like 8 spots in 57 minutes.
57 minutes. But I'm going to take that time because I need that. That's important to me. Taking out time to date my husband is also important to me. Taking out time to just cook for my family. I don't care how busy I am. I still try to make it a priority to at least 3 times a week cook for my family, making sure that they're getting something to eat. Even if I'm ordering it saying, okay, I ordered y'all Chinese food, go pick it up.
Right.
I just feel that I got to do my due diligence as the wife and the mother of the house. So as long as I'm prioritizing, I think I can get it all done, but I got a lot on my plate.
So
I do.
I'm hearing in the grapevine that you got some spaces open up. You don't have just one store opening up. You have 2 stores opening up, and you're trying to furnish it, merchandise it, flooring,
contract
work,
lighting. And
okay, so you want to tell the people what Mika McCant is up to in her business life?
So most that know me know that I'm the owner of Spoiled Boutique, and my business has been closed since March 17th of last year as a result of COVID. Well, my particular building wouldn't allow me to reopen my business until June 15th, when we were basically in the clear and out of the red. I forgot the colors, right? Well, the dynamics where I'm currently located in the Franco Gallo Plaza have changed significantly as a result of COVID. So I worked, or my location was kind of in the heart of where a lot of city workers work. So the foot traffic consisted of, all the city workers that worked in the surrounding buildings. Well, those particular workers no longer work there. They now work from home. So as a result, it's just like a ghost town in the plaza, and it has invited all of the transients to come and kind of take over that location. So my landlord actually came to me as 6/15 was approaching and was like, you've signed a 10-year lease. It has really changed around here, and I honestly just don't think it's safe for you to reopen your business here. You've only been here 4 years, and you still got to let it go. I'm willing to let you out of your lease and also help you find a new location, which was a huge blessing, because at the end of the day, you could have just held me to giving him his money.
Good money, right? If you make money, you make money.
That's right. So that was a blessing. So as a result, I am moving. I am moving my Oakland business to Broadway. It's 1450 Broadway. If you're familiar with Oaklandish, it's right, just a store down from Oaklandish. But while signing that contract, an old school, high school buddy of mine reached out to me, who is now the leasing agent over at Bay Street. So he reached out to me, told me that Bay Street was going to be available. Would I be interested? And I jumped on it and just decided to open 2 businesses at once.
At one damn time. Congratulations.
But can y'all imagine, the amount of work that's going to take? I have 1 month to get these things up and running, and I've only had the keys to both of them for like a week. So one store, the Bay Street store, doesn't require as much work, thank God. However, the Oakland store, I have to do a lot, and I'm stretched real thin, but I gotta do what I gotta do.
I called you last night. Where was you at? Home Depot?
I was at Home Depot when you called
like around,
me.
Was that what, 9 o'clock?
9 something.
Yeah, I mean, you was getting it in. Right. But you know what it says? It says play to your strengths. Right. Some of the things, as far as balancing, is playing to your strength. And what that means, first of all, don't try to be all things to all people.
Right.
And some things you can do and some things you shouldn't do.
I do have to learn how to say no. I do think that that's important.
Is it no, or is it just that maybe maybe I should be using other people and their strengths?
Delegating.
Yeah. So strength and being able to outsource to others. Or do you just think like, I'm the only person that can get it done the way I want to?
I think that it's easier when you know how to do it. It's kind of easier or faster. Maybe not easier, but faster to get it done yourself versus taking the time to train somebody else how to do it the way you do.
But you know what, you open in 2 stores, you can't be in 2 places at the same time.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So that is going to have to change. I'm going to have to train some little mini me's, literally.
Yeah, they might be bigger than you though.
They might be.
Kids is big now.
They might be.
So it says how to prioritize your time. So say for instance you have 50 things, right? You literally now have 50 things on your list of things to do. How do you manage that? So some helpful tips is what I'm told is it should be 4 buckets.
Okay.
Urgent and important. That's 1 bucket. Right. Important but not urgent.
Okay.
Urgent but not important. Neither urgent nor important. So you got 4 buckets. Paint. What would you consider that?
Well, I'll tell you my day. I'll give you a real life example. Okay. So today, on my list of things to do today, I had to meet with 3 contractors. My son is trying to pick a school, so all this week we've been meeting with schools and coaches.
Because he just graduated.
Yes, he's just graduated, and he's trying to pick a school that's a good fit, as a result of his track talent, right? So we had to meet with schools today. I had to meet with the contractors. I had to go to the Bay Street store to get more paint and more supplies for one of the existing contractors that's already working there. I have customer orders because remember, I'm still running an online business as well. So I did have and still do. I'm gonna see if she can make me hear.
Right.
Have
Chanel,
orders. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Chanel. Orders to actually be picked up for my actual customers. I had to ship orders today for orders that I got from yesterday and last night, earlier today. Right? And pack orders this morning when I was getting ready to leave. So in order of importance, you're absolutely right. That's typically how I prioritize
urgent and important. That's
urgent
first.
and important.
That's first.
The orders had to get done. Started with that this morning. Packed everything, got everything together. Delegated my daughter to ship them because I know I had to leave.
So you packed them, she shipped.
I packed them, got them ready, right? Got them together.
Okay.
Delegated to my daughter so she can go do the post office run and ship all the orders, right? Took the ones that I have to meet today to do the drop-offs for the same day pickup.
Okay.
Have those with right? Move the schedule up to meet the coach. Initially, it was supposed to be at 1, had to move that up.
So you only met with one coach today?
Only one coach today, right? Moved that up to 2 o'clock, took care of that. Was glad that one of my contractors canceled.
Because you had 3.
Because I had 3 and I was running late because my meeting with the coach ran a little longer than anticipated, right?
That's always good.
That's right. After I did that, I had to go drop my paint off to the contractor who's working at the Bay Street store. Had to come back to my store so I can then prepare and get dressed and come here to meet with you at 6 o'clock.
We're going to make it brief because I'm sure there's 7 other things you got to get done.
It is, but that's okay. That's okay.
We're going to sneak down the street?
We can't because we have to get a drink
30
after
minutes,
this,
just 30
right?
minutes, just 30 minutes. We got 30 minutes, and we got Pookie here with us.
I said we need that meeting.
So we're here.
So we're here.
So now we're here.
So
when you leave here, we're gonna sneak for like 45 minutes.
Yeah, 47 minutes.
47. Okay, I'm living 47. We've been having a good conversation right now. And then you leave here, you have 4 other things to do.
I do. I have to edit some pictures for a photo shoot that I did on yesterday. I do all of my own photo shoots and my own editing and everything associated with my website, with my Instagram, everything. I do it all myself, and it's hours.
Yeah, so you don't have any. So another thing they said, you have to set your hours because she's an entrepreneur. So with me working in my corporate starts at 8:30, and I'm usually off by 5:30, and then I leave that, and then I come to boot camp by 6:15. Yeah, and so when I finish with boot camp, then I gotta go home, shower. Well, of course, I try to get them something to dinner before I leave. It's just hard. But they said you need to set some work hours. You need to have a cutoff. And Ed is always asking me, like, babe, you shouldn't be answering those texts at 10:30 at night. But when you go to get it done,
I don't have that luxury. Yeah,
well, I mean, I have the luxury, and I think for me, just think if they laying down and they look up and we like this. You know that's how it be.
Yeah.
Lights be out, we got this in front of our face.
I have a whole big computer on my lap.
Yeah, so but for y'all, we gonna try to. I'm gonna get better. Definitely,
I have to get better because, like you said, I can't be at 2 places at once. I have to delegate. I have to train. I have to take some of the stuff off my plate. So my advice to others would be to prioritize. Use her 4 buckets. I think that's important. Yes. Name them again.
It's urgent and important. That's bucket 1.
That's 1.
Important but not urgent.
2.
Urgent but not important.
3.
Now, what would be urgent but not important? What will fall up under that? It's important. Maybe calling somebody back.
Yeah. They're calling me about some money they owe me, but I don't really need it at the second.
But it is urgent. I want my money though.
I do want my money, but I'll give them a call back tomorrow.
Okay, because I can wait and get my change tomorrow. Okay. Neither urgent nor important. I think that would be some of the parties we get invited to.
Absolutely. That's learning.
But we be there though. We
still be there. We do. We go.
Yeah. And then you got to set your work hours. You have to set your time. You're supposed to set a time where you're available and when you're not available. Because what happens is it'll all drag into each other.
It will.
And so some days I wake up, I don't know what day it is. Because everything seemed like it didn't roll around to the same.
It ran into one.
Yeah. And so I'm gonna try to be more diligent as far as setting some hours for me and stick to them.
Okay.
And then at least taking a day off. Because I tell people I'm not fooling with y'all on Fridays and Sundays. Those are my days off. But then I didn't start doing this. So
yeah, you be lying.
So technically I got Sunday, but then I gotta go serve the Lord.
You go to church, then you go eat.
Yeah, and then I go home and I'm gonna be better, y'all. And this is what I'm trying to tell y'all.
Too.
Don't
be like us.
That's
like the whole point of this.
But you know what? If I didn't have, so for me, raising 3 kids, this is where my energy comes from. Raising 3 kids and then marry young, and then while trying to do everything else, I learned how to juggle. Absolutely. I learned how to make stuff happen because as a parent, you got to take Pookie to Kumon, Rodney has football, Everica has reading class. Mm-hmm. And so in the midst of that, let me go walk around the lake or let me go do whatever. Let me go run. My life has always been bang.
Right.
And so when the kids finally went to school and it was just me, I was like, what the heck am I going to do?
Then you had to fulfill it with other things because you was used to that.
Yeah, I was like, I started a nonprofit. I started playing with cheerleaders. And then when they started to grow up, I'm like, okay, now what's next for me? Right. And then boot camp came. And so with all of that, with all the women, everybody's tapping, like, I need you to, can you pray for Uncle? Mm-hmm. And so it just continued on. So I'm going to set work hours,
yes.
Right?
I'm going to set work hours because I don't have those.
And what about, how do you finance? I know you have a good system. I don't have a good system as far as the financial part of it.
I don't have a good system.
You don't?
What do you mean?
So how do you know in a month how much money you actually bring in?
I know what I bring in, but and I'm completely self-funded. I get that all the time. Like, oh, you must be getting those PPP loans. I did not get a PPP loan, and I want one. I want one though.
Did you apply?
I didn't because I didn't have no real employees at the time, and I didn't think that. I don't know.
Well, your business. Wait. First of all, you didn't need it.
Well, okay, let's
say you didn't need it. And I think that's why I didn't apply for it because I was like, okay, God has increased me during COVID.
Right. COVID was a blessing for me.
So that's what I'm saying.
So I didn't need it, but I want one still. I can use it now.
For all the build outs, right? For all the, they ain't
I can use it now.
So finding time for your finances, whether you work for yourself or not, is important to feel confident about your finances. In order to do this, you will need to get some accounting software. Do you have accounting software?
Like QuickBooks.
So you do have QuickBooks.
Yeah, but I'm really bad and do not use it regularly.
So
I'm old school with the spreadsheet with my finances.
Okay.
Like I'm real old school.
Well, now Wells Fargo and those banks have it so you can download. You can download that. So make sure you always know how much money you're putting out and then also getting in.
Yeah.
I'm not good at that.
Budget. I'm good at setting budgets in terms of what you spend and then what you need to make as a result
to get your money back.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm really good at that.
I put my beginning balances in my book. And then at the end of the month, I'll put what the ending balance is. That's kind of like in my book.
That's like balancing.
Well, yeah, but it's just all in my book. Don't be trying to steal my books now, y'all. Manage your time long term. Create a timeline of your activities. Computer programs can help with it. Like you said,
I use my phone.
Use your phone.
Yeah, I do.
I don't even talk to Siri.
Siri will set it up, guys. Siri will do it for you. Just tell. All she got to do is tell. See, Pookie. All you got to do is tell Siri what to do. She'll set it up for you. You ain't got to write everything.
Well, you see all my stuff. You see that?
I do. She got real stuff.
I got real stuff because I can always go back.
Siri, put on my calendar, blah, blah, blah. Siri, set an appointment for us. Siri, note that this month I spent this on.
Where she put the note at?
She'll put it on your calendar or she put it on like that in your notes.
Pookie, did yours do that too?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I got to grow up. See, somebody got to help me. And that's why I thought this conversation was very important because while I'm helping y'all, I can help my damn self. How about that? Tap into technology. That's what they just said right here. Instead of driving to a meeting, use Skype.
Yep.
We can do this kind of thing or Zoom. But to make sure you switch them off.
Yeah.
Because you see people on People online, they get in trouble.
The school district.
Yeah, so we're gonna make sure before we talk about y'all, we make sure
we're gonna turn it off first.
Then we be having stuff to say. Take time to make time.
Yeah, that's important.
So that means sitting down and coming up with a schedule. So for you, having 7 appointments today, I'm sure you had to manage it.
Yeah.
They said time tracking tools. How much time do you spend with each customer, do you think?
Well, not a whole lot at the moment because the bulk of them are online. Although I do have to reply to constant DMs and emails and inboxes on Facebook, and text.
Okay, so why don't
everybody has my phone number?
Because I be putting it out there.
Yeah,
I'm good about. They be like,
she should be like, I'll be like, who is this?
You know what?
They be like, Sam said it was okay to call you to bring me my stuff.
Oh, that was yesterday. Hey, they calling me saying your friend her voicemail.
Typically, I don't mind. I really don't.
I feel like they need you, girl. They calling me.
For the most part, I'm there. I come through. I'll squeeze
they definitely they calling me. And I just be like, I know you professional.
I am.
And if you wasn't professional, I wouldn't send y'all to her. She'd just be my friend, but she would be my business friend.
Nah, I'm professional.
She would be y'all. She would just be my friend. We have that go out there with. But I wouldn't send y'all to
your outside friend.
My outside friend, but I wouldn't give her y'all if she wasn't professional.
Right. Well, I don't mind when they say Sam sent me, but sometimes they just text me and I don't be knowing how or where they from or what they talking about. But okay,
you just like you need a white hat.
But
they want to go to that white party. That's
I know.
So do you have a lot of white stuff here?
I have a lot of white stuff, and you guys, I'm having a big sale. I need to.
So when? Come on,
I have to do it. It's 4th of July. I completely forgot that it was 4th of July this weekend.
And you have a lot of stuff here
announce it tonight.
So how can they find you?
You guys can go on our website at www.thespoiledboutique.com. Check me out. Although I will be initiating the sale, I'm going to announce it tonight.
See, okay. y'all get it first.
Yeah, y'all get it first.
No,
25% off.
25.
Yeah.
Dang, I'm trying to get extra 10. It said know and nurture your network. Prioritize growing your network. So you do really well as far as networking. I mean, I think I have a lot I'm still learning the process.
You do really good with networking. I think that's also why we try to attend a lot of things too. You know.
Right.
You have to be a walking advertisement. You have to be self-promoting, you know.
Yeah, so everywhere my body was big. Okay, so I guess like you said, self-promoting.
Self-promoting.
Because if I was somebody that wasn't really fit, would you come to me?
I think the proof is in the pudding, so it would be a little difficult. You know, it's just kind of like taking money advice from somebody that's broke. You know, where your money? How you gonna tell me how to manage mine?
Well, maybe they lost their money. They don't want you to lose yours. So
okay, well, you not teach me how to lose mine?
Well, they might. Or you can learn from their mistakes.
True. That's true.
I mean, I could be like a thick girl, and my doctor said I can't lose weight, but I'm a good motivator. And that
then you should be a motivational speaker.
Oh, versus a trainer. Okay. Do what you love.
That's right.
The next thing is do what you love. I like people. I like people.
I like people.
And so it doesn't, sometimes my job as far as boot camp doesn't feel like a job.
No, not when you love it.
Yeah.
Not when you're passionate about it. I think that's why I can go to bed from being up all night till 5:30 in the morning. I'm literally getting in the bed when my husband is getting up to go to work, but there's no sweat off my brow because I'm genuinely passionate about my business and what I do. So it doesn't feel like work. I agree with that.
Okay. Be realistic. So it's at the end of each working day, perform a little self-analysis. Like, what did I get done? Did I use my time wisely? Do you ever reflect on those things?
Probably not as often as I should. Yeah.
I would think I don't.
I don't do it often. But sometimes I do feel like, you know, I've been working on this for hours. What all did I accomplish today? So I will think that occasionally.
So what I've read is that when you spend a lot of time working on something, it may not be for you to be doing.
That's right. I think when it's difficult and when there's a lot of roadblocks, I think those are clues and hints.
Right.
You know, like maybe this ain't what you're supposed to be doing.
Because I've recently spent money and time on trademarking.
And did you get it done?
I applied for my trademark last August, and I just got it back like a week ago. Spent all this money on it, and it came back that I can't do it.
Really?
And so I try to do it myself because I think I know I'm smart, but that wasn't my strength. And so I had to hire a trademark attorney. So I lost all of this money and this time that I spent because I try to do it myself versus getting the expert, somebody who's qualified to do it. Because I can handle it. So you see that time was spent unwisely. I could have, or that money went down the drain. So it just kind of like being realistic about what we can do and what we can and what we have time for and what we don't have time for, and kind of balancing that. And do we trust people to get it done? Do you trust people to get the job done?
Not a lot, no.
Is it because of something that happened in the past, or you just think that I can do it?
I think that my personality is naturally a skeptic first. So yeah, I do think it's hard for me to trust right out the gate. I'm a show me person. I need proof
that you can get it done.
Yeah, I need to see, I need you to show me something to reel me in and win me over. I can't just take your word for it. I can't do that. That's hard for me.
So when work and life get hectic, as we both know, the house is chaotic. Little boo boo didn't get the food at school. Husband wants you to cook this extravagant dinner. You have 1,000 orders to fulfill. How do you step back for a moment and just like take a deep breath? What do you do to relax in those moments?
I like to, when it's crazy like that, I will say, because I typically like to be doing a million things at one time, it takes a lot for me to get to that point. And when I do, I'll break down. I'm not a emotional person. I never have been. But when I get to a point to where I got some tears and I'm crying, I'm really, that's big. I am at my wit's end. I'm at my limit. Okay. So I will just reform to a little baby and cry in my husband's arms and be like, I can't do it.
That means you're overwhelmed.
That means I'm overwhelmed. It's rare, but it happens occasionally. It does. But I rely on him.
So I'm gonna read. Flo said delegating is so important. So she said she's not good either. She also said get an assistant to help manage your calendar.
Yes, I
definitely.
Yeah, and I have an assistant. She's really good too.
Ed always tell me to get a virtual assistant. I don't even know what that consists of, but he's always saying
Siri.
I need to. Well, so is Siri considered
but no,
a virtual
well,
assistant?
sort of, but not
so
what he's
is
talking
a virtual
about.
Assistant?
What's a virtual assistant?
Yeah, I would say Siri too.
I would say Siri too, but I feel like I don't think that's what he means, though, right?
I think like I don't know. Can we go?
Or maybe there's someone that you're just speaking with online. Like
That's
a resource.
Yeah, that's a resource that just helping people online.
So
we gonna have to look that up. Y'all Google what's a virtual assistant.
Yeah. So Pookie, why don't you Google it for me, daughter, so I can give the people the information that they need. And so we were talking about the struggles and the craziness of life. So you said you just go ahead and let your emotions just out.
I do. And my husband is probably the only person that I feel vulnerable enough to do that in front of.
Well, I mean that's why he's your backbone.
Yeah.
To death. And I think for me is I like to go in the morning by myself and walk and just think about what I have on my plate for the day and how am I going to manage what I have to manage in that day. And my gospel music is very important. Like I'm like you, I tell Ed everything, and he'll tell me most of the time, slow down, get a virtual assistant. I can't do everything all at one time. I need to prioritize, some things I shouldn't do. Some things it doesn't make, if it doesn't make money, it don't make sense kind of thing. But for me, I always want to be there for people.
Me too.
I always want to make things happen.
That's important.
In the lives of other people. But to step away, and I think girl time is important for me. So it's like a reset. Even if it's 45 minutes, you feel like, okay,
that's all we need. That's
45 minutes.
But it's something.
Definitely.
It's something, and I think that works for us.
So have you ever had a business coach?
No.
So you just Jumped out of
winged it.
corporate life and-
I jumped out of corporate life and just winged it on my own from the time I started the business till today.
You smart.
I'm not though, because I'm open to advice. I've taken advice from you. I'm open to anybody that I can look up to as a mentor, in this business world. So I definitely take advice, but I'm a self-taught entrepreneur.
I think you live and learn. If something doesn't feel right, something doesn't go right, you kind of make adjustments accordingly. But Jasmine just looked up what a virtual assistant is. It says it's an independent contractor who provides administrative services to clients while operating outside of the client's office. A virtual assistant typically operates from a home office but can access the necessary planning documents such as shared calendars remotely. And that's kind of like what client does.
Like an assistant, they're just not in your
They're
face.
just not in your face, so they're not in your
Yeah.
office. So
Okay.
I can see me doing that. I can see me meeting with somebody, but I'm like you in a sense too. The time that I just met with you, I could have
did it myself.
but you know what? But then that leads other people, because you can always make the phone call. Can you do this while you're driving, or before you get in your car and start driving? You can kind of say, these are my plans, and if somebody's that familiar with you, they'll be able to think like you in a sense, And it says meet clients halfway. Because I know in your business, if you're doing online orders, and people want, like today, you have a client that needs to pick up their items. And she's meeting you downtown. Have you ever had a sense where you had to go rush it to somebody's house, and then you feel like that was not a waste of your time because you were trying to fulfill a client's need?
But I mean, I brought stuff. I live all the way in Antioch, and I've taken things all the way to a customer way in San Francisco. Met her at the airport because she had to get on a plane.
Wow.
So I mean, I provide that kind of customer service. If I feel that they've been a loyal, diligent customer, why not?
That's important.
I think they would do it for me. So yeah, I do that.
And then managing of the mind here. How do you keep that all together? How do you balance your thought process? How do you keep moving? I mean, because you have to be strategic in your business, because there are so many people that have open boutiques that have closed them. You could be right next door to a boutique. How do you keep your mind and your ideas fresh, as well as you are your CEO, you are your treasurer, you are your marketing person, you are, you know what I'm saying? You the house cleaner, you the tutor, you all of that. So how do you stay fresh in your business?
I utilize social media and the internet for more than what you know. I mean, it's just a constant staying on top of the trends, seeing what the celebrities are wearing, seeing what the trends are in other countries, because what a lot of people don't know is that we get the looks and the styles and the fashion last. We're low on the totem poles. We're like 3 years behind what they're doing in Europe and Japan. So if you don't know that, if you don't do your research, if you don't do your homework, if you don't try to even incorporate your own ideas, stuff, like I'm having a clothing line made now of stuff that I've never even seen before. It's important for you, once you're passionate about your job and what it is that you do, to continually stay fresh and do the legwork to see what's happening in that line of work.
And so at what point, 'cause I know you spend you go to LA and all these places.
I go to LA, I go to trade shows all over the world. I go to Vegas, I go to Europe, I go to Paris. I was scheduled to go to Shanghai, but COVID happened, they have them all over the world. So it's important for me to see what else is out there instead of just right here. Everybody thinks when you have a boutique, oh, I just go to LA and buy stuff, or oh, I just order from AliExpress or China. It's way bigger than that.
So I know you have from what I remember, that you have certain days that you actually leave town to go shop. You had managing your calendar. Do you say like Tuesday I'm going here, and Wednesday or Tuesdays and Thursdays are your days that you go out of town to go look? I know you like to touch your stuff.
Yeah, I like quality is important to me. So I like to feel, what it looks like versus just doing online shopping. It's really risky once it comes. It looks one way online, and once it comes, it feels like some tissue paper.
Exactly.
It's made out of paper towel.
Right.
And no, we don't want that. But Mondays are my me days. I mean, ain't no day when you're an entrepreneur really a day off, but Mondays, I try to schedule least as possible on Mondays. Mondays, I try to run my personal errands, get my nails done, my feet done, I'll get facials, I'll do stuff that
Self-care.
yes. So in addition, I'll also take those days as my travel days. So if I need to go meet with vendors out of state, or if I need to get on a plane, or if I need to take a drive to LA or something like that, I typically dedicate my Mondays to that.
And self-care is important.
Self-care is very
But there's no
important.
sense of running around making everybody else look beautiful. And
If
looking
you're
a hot
gonna
mess.
look crazy,
Right.
right?
I mean, and self-care don't have to also mean how you look.
Right.
But it's about taking care of yourself, your spiritual self,
Mm-hmm.
your physical self, all of those things, spending time with yourself. You could be reading a book and that's considered as being self-care. You can go talk to your therapist. That's considered self-care. You can go sit on the porch with Auntie Nana and them, and that's considered self-care, because what you're doing is detaching yourself from the things that have you running around.
Right.
Or sometimes for me, it could be anxiety,
Mm-hmm.
because when I put too much on my plate, I get anxious about it. It's like, oh my God, I got so much to do. And I think I'm learning to better manage me, because I don't want to have that feeling. I don't want to have my heart about to jump out of my chest because I put too much on my plate.
Right.
And so, as you know, like they said in the beginning, like, what's important?
Yeah.
What's urgent? What I think for me, what's urgent is my family. I think that for me, that's the top of the line. And I didn't always know that, because when my grandparents were living, I was busy trying to build my business.
Mm-hmm.
I would stop over there like early mornings and stuff, but I wish I would have, said, okay, but boot camp gonna be fine. Somebody can cover boot camp. And I wish I would have spent more time with them versus, I'm always on a go trying to build a business. You only can have so much money.
That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying? Money gonna come and money gonna go. But the people in your lives, that's what's important.
Yeah.
So that's my urgent, my number one thing is, like, if my family need me or my girlfriends need me, I want to be able to drop what I'm doing and be able to go make sure that they gotta really need me. They really gotta be urgent.
Right.
But not just like, girl, we need to, no, we ain't jumping for that. We're gonna schedule that.
We're not about to just sit and gossip.
Right.
I ain't got
No, we
time
don't got
to sit
time.
and
We not-
gossip.
no,
I
we
that ain't me. I don't even want to hear that.
No.
We ain't got time
Look,
for
we
that.
don't be gossiping.
No,
we
we
be
no,
talking
we not.
about.
But we all have those girlfriends that be like, "Girl, guess what? I ain't got time."
You know when you got a whole schedule and stuff. You like, man, I didn't pencil that in.
Nope.
But you don't have to. I mean, you really don't have the time. We be trying to figure out how we gonna do it. What about the husband? What about the girls? And we supposed to be scheduling dinner with the girls.
Yeah.
And is that's still on your list?
What day was that?
I thought it was supposed to be yesterday. Was it supposed to be yesterday?
I thought it was supposed to be
So
today.
you the one got the virtual assistant.
Oh.
See, I don't know. See, Mika was supposed to schedule our dinner with our daughters, but that's okay. We're gonna put that back on
Oh,
there.
it was yesterday. I thought you meant the other dinner
Yeah,
with,
okay, whatever.
with the other girl.
We're not talking to Mika right now. See,
I thought
Pookie, see how she did us, Pookie?
Oh, I'm sorry, Pookie.
We wasn't ready
Next
anyway,
week.
huh, Pookie?
Next week. Next Thursday for sure.
Take a break.
I promise.
Remember to take a break. Do you take a break during the day?
No,
Why?
I don't have time for breaks.
You gotta have a 15-minute break. Even at
I'll do a 15-minute break.
corporate,
No, I'll do a
You got your
15-minute
coffee,
break.
you
I'll
like
do a
coffee?
15-minute break. Yeah, I had to grab some coffee so that I can kind of keep going. And even drinking coffee this late is bad, but I needed it because I still gonna have other stuff to do when I leave.
I know you gotta do it. Lunch break? You get a lunch break?
I did grab something when I grabbed the coffee. Yesterday though, I ate at 11. My first time eating yesterday was at 11:15.
What you mean? You mean like the whole day you didn't eat?
All day.
Was you not
First
hungry?
time putting something
You
in my
wasn't
mouth.
hungry?
I was busy.
So that means you're not balancing this work lifestyle.
I'm not. I didn't say I was good. I thought you had me on here to show what not to do. That's why I thought I was here.
We gonna
So you can say, "Don't be like Mika." That's what I thought.
No,
this
because
was about.
what we're gonna say, look, let's get this organized, right?
We both need
We
help.
both
We need help.
But that's when we can help each other.
Okay, well, let's
because
help
when
each
I'm
other.
saying when I'm gonna do something, you be like, friend, no, that's not on your list.
Yes.
So what's important right
So
now?
you're gonna be my accountability
I
partner.
will definitely be your accountability
Okay.
partner.
Perfect.
But you got to be able to verbalize what you have. So you,
I will.
you got to get
No,
it out
I'm
of
good
here.
at saying that. I
Okay.
can tell you.
Okay.
I can tell you all the things I gotta do.
I'm gonna be your accountability.
All right, let's
So
do
when
it.
something makes no sense, I'm gonna be like,
Don't do
it.
that. Make somebody else do that.
Yeah, because you have people that want to help you.
Yeah.
And are you hiring?
I am hiring. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So any babies or any, and not even babies. I
You
prefer
got some
grown
grown
people.
people. You got grown people that
Yes,
need
that
jobs too.
have retail experience. I'm looking to hire 4 people. So if you can reach out to me, you can DM me on Facebook or just call Sam because she'll probably give you my number. So I am hired. I'm absolutely hired right now.
It's a holiday on when's the
Sunday.
holiday? So Sunday is a holiday.
Uh-huh.
Are you gonna take a break?
I got invited to some things tomorrow.
So tomorrow is
Is
Saturday.
Saturday.
Okay.
So Sunday, yes, I think I will go just barbecue at my house. Have my husband put some stuff on the grill.
You gonna just relax?
I'm gonna try.
Are you gonna do some orders and stuff?
Nope, I'm not even looking at those.
Because it said
orders.
it's important that you take your day off.
Yeah,
It's important. I'm
It
sure
is
your
important.
family would appreciate that.
they would. They're used to it though, but you're right. They would appreciate
I'm
it.
just saying. I know mine too.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna be better about this work-life balance. And I think for me, my morning from 5:30 to 7:45,
Uh-huh.
that's me. It's all me. Except on the days that I have a boot camp in the morning. And then I have PG&E from, I said my job. So I have my corporate from 8:30 to 5:30.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna give them everything I got for that period
During the day.
during the day. But I do get a lunch and I do get, my breaks. And I want to get up. I want to actually get out of my chair and go walk in my neighborhood. So because I can have that break. And they said when you take breaks, it makes you feel more refreshed.
Yeah.
And then you come back and you're ready to dive back in to give another 100%. I think when we work so much,
Mhm.
we're not really dedicating 100% to anything.
I think you're right.
So I think
when you work too long, you're not there at 100%.
You're not fresh.
So yeah.
you're
I
not
agree
fresh.
with
So
that.
we're going to starting Tuesday.
Okay, Tuesday.
We're gonna set it on our virtual assistant.
Yep.
And we're gonna have our reminders. We're gonna walk and I'm gonna tag you. You
Okay.
can take baby spoiled outside.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
if
We
for
can
a
do
10,
that. I
15
can
minute
do that.
walk. And then we're gonna go back in, we're gonna give it everything we got, then we're gonna take another break.
All right.
We're gonna have a
We
salad.
got 4 hours. Of
Yeah,
salad.
every 4 hours, we're gonna
Okay.
take a break.
Okay.
So we're gonna do, I'm gonna hold her accountable, y'all. Trust me.
Y'all hear
Definitely-
this on.
We gonna
we got
we gonna
proof.
hold her accountable
Right.
because I want us to balance it.
Yes.
Because it's not even with us. But I think she and I can kind of just go and go and go and go.
Yeah.
But we're leaving people behind. The most important people behind. Like you said, your family's kind of used to it.
They're used to it, but that doesn't mean it's okay. Look, there go a husband right there. You got my keys to my car?
Hey, Uncle Paul. Speaking
Tell
of
you guys.
speaking of husbands,
Tell me what happened.
no, you go ahead and tell your own story. Thank God for husbands.
While I was rushing to come here, somehow I locked my keys in my car.
'Cause
So
you were
that's
too
just
busy.
because it's too much on my plate. Locked my keys in my car, and my husband had to call AAA and bring my purse inside, as a matter of fact. So thanks, husband, for
Yes.
doing that for me. Thank you, thank you. Thank God.
See, she be doing a whole lot. She did lock
I
the keys
do.
in the car. And she
It
like,
wasn't
I
on
can't come because I don't got no
That
ride.
is not what I
So
said.
luckily,
I said,
I had
come
to- I had
pick
to-
me up.
I had to go- I had to-
I'm still coming.
I had to do a donut downtown. We all had 3 minutes to get here. See, when she called,
But I didn't cancel. I
You
said,
didn't
girl,
cancel.
my purse in my car, I locked it in here, just come get it. I'm still coming to the show.
and then she called her husband, and
Mhm.
he got
And
here
he
in
fixed it.
10 minutes.
He fixed it.
How does AAA come that quick though?
They never do. Especially
See, your
on
husband,
weekends. Yeah,
when he right because he had his uniform. on.
probably.
Yeah, I mean he got his uniform on. But we want to get back to the balance piece.
Yeah.
I think for me, I appreciate my family because what they do, they share me
Mhm.
with everybody. My husband sometimes he drives me to support people, and he'll sit in the car. Sometimes he'll come in. Of course, we get the disclaimer,
Mhm.
babe. I don't really want to be here this long,
You be
or
like, you got it.
yeah, we got about 18 minutes to go in there and do what you got to kind of do. And I know Tiff made a post today. She says that she spends a lot of money on her events.
Mm.
And she doesn't like when people just come.
Versus what?
Well, she's saying like, because I spend a lot of money on my events, I don't like when people just come, make an appearance, and then they leave. And I put on her post like, well, I have 5 other people or 4 other people that are very important to me. And I want you to know that I support what you're doing.
Right.
And a lot of times I buy tickets to events and I don't, because I want to support you.
Right.
I probably can't show up, or my grandkids is over, or can't stay long, but I'm one good at popping up, showing support.
Showing
and I want to apologize
Yeah.
to some of y'all because
I'm guilty of that too.
I'm trying to support everybody.
I bought a ticket.
I bought a ticket. I came and bought a t-shirt, a hoodie, a sweatshirt, a backpack.
I posted it. I shared it.
Yes. And so please don't take it as personal. Don't take it personal. Like we don't want to be around, because I do want to be around, or else I wouldn't have come. But it's kind of hard to balance everything. It's kind of hard to make sure that everybody that's important to you get what they need from you.
Yeah.
But it says again, not to be everything to everybody. We can't be everything to everybody.
We can't, but you try though.
Well, we definitely try. We try to balance it, and sometimes that scale be like this. It be like, but it has to kind of even out. And I think going forward, I'm going to try to do my best to be here now, and only take on what I can handle. And whatever I can handle, then I need to delegate. Because we have some vacations coming up.
We do.
I'm gonna, I came up. I made a calendar. I put it out early to the young ladies, and I know they think like me. I'm gonna let them have it. I'm gonna give them the key. Y'all do what y'all gotta do.
They gonna run boot camp?
They gonna run boot camp. They can do it. They watch me. I was snuck in here the last night, and I was kind of like hanging over there, and I watched my cousin Lana, and she was in here getting it. They was in here getting it. So I definitely don't need to be here. I mean, I'm not gonna call them. I'm not gonna check on them. I'm just gonna enjoy my time with my family, and we celebrating your husband's birthday. We're gonna have a good time. So I'm gonna learn how to balance everything.
I'm with you, friend. I have to do the same. I'm opening up 2 businesses, as you know. And then by the third week of this month, I have to leave and go on vacation and just leave the businesses to them and trust that they're gonna be all right and do what they do while I'm gone.
You got 3 weeks to get them trained.
I got 3 weeks to get them up and running.
You got 2 daughters that know you.
I do.
The way you think.
I do.
And then Siobhan, she knows how you think.
She does.
So
I'll be okay. I'm not worried about it. I'm gonna wash my hands. Nope, I'm not.
So we're gonna make a
call me nothing. Don't look. I'm not looking at my phone.
Okay.
Don't DM me. Don't inbox me. Nothing.
Okay. So rest.
Mm-hmm.
When will you rest? Because rest is important.
When I go on vacation.
You can. Oh, Lord Jesus.
That's when I'm a rest.
We don't rest on vacation, Mika. You know that.
Well, as soon as I get back from vacation, I'm gonna take 2 extra days. How about that?
You're gonna be cleaning emails.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna take 2 days after I get back before I'm all the way back.
Okay.
2 days when I get back from vacation, that's when I'm gonna rest.
This thing says stop trying to do it all.
Oh.
That's what it says.
Yeah, finish telling us what to do.
So it said establish a simple bedtime routine, which you don't have.
I don't have that.
So I have a timer on my TV. I don't set it. Somebody else sets it so that it shuts off.
I need one on my computer.
So and my TV shuts off. And so I'm like, ooh, or my phone will go dead.
Yeah.
And so I got to get up and put it on the wall, which means no more texts from me to the boot camp people saying, hey, I didn't get your weight and stuff like that. Take time for yourself. Create an easy follow-through list. Something that you can do every day. So from 8 to 10, this is what I'm going to do. From 10 to 12, this is what I'm going to do. From 12 to 2, this is what I'm going to do. And it should create your daily routine. Mm-hmm. So we have to create a daily routine. And sometimes something's going to come in the midst of it. Mm-hmm. And that's when we have to prioritize where it goes within our daily routine.
Right.
That's just like the corporate stuff. We have our daily stuff that we do.
Mm-hmm.
You don't watch TV much, do you?
Not a lot, no.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
I record it.
I'll go back and watch something
I
after I see y'all put something on Facebook.
Y'all know Facebook.
Look at this. Then
and that could be overloaded. That could be an overload too.
That's true.
Facebook.
Yeah, if I didn't have a business, I wouldn't have Facebook.
And that's what I think
it's addictive, and I think it takes up too much time. That is some reflecting. I'll go back and look up and be like, I've been on this consistently for an hour and a half, and I ain't got nothing done.
So see,
So yeah,
so that's,
Facebook,
so that's at the end of the day. So when you
Yeah.
start adding up your time and if you use it wisely,
right.
Facebook could be.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm like you. I like to post, spiritual stuff, or I'll go in and out. I won't just sit there and look at something for an hour. I'm one that I'll
nothing
post,
consistently.
and then I'll go out, and
yeah.
then I'll go say, hey, did somebody say something?
Right.
That's-
You respond, chime
Yeah,
in.
yeah. So, over scheduling.
That needs to stop.
So, what is going to be your last appointment for the day?
Today?
Well, today ain't no. You don't have no week. We ain't starting until next week.
Oh, next week. So are you meaning like time? I need to have
there's
like
a time.
cutoff
I think you should have a cutoff time.
Okay.
Because
So I should be no longer accessible after 7 o'clock at night.
7 p.m. Your phone is not available to customers.
Nope.
Nobody.
Nope. I'll get customers texting me at 10 o'clock at night saying, I'm going on vacation tomorrow. Can I buy this, this, and this? And can I meet you tonight at 12? So I get that.
Wow.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
And you be going to do it too.
For the most part, I'll make their butts come all the way to Antioch, but yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Okay, so your typical day, we finna map out your calendar. Your typical day starts at what time?
About 9:30.
So 9:30 is when Mika starts
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
And the
That's
first
when
thing
I'll
you do,
rise.
you check emails.
I check emails first. Yep. Emails, inboxes on Instagram, Facebook, and emails. Yeah.
And then at what point do you check your orders?
Orders are, I guess maybe orders are the first thing I
So
check.
emails
First
and
thing,
inboxes, that comes along with
Yeah.
your order.
Yeah.
And then so by 10:30, you check off everything by 10:30.
For the most part, yeah.
And then what do you do after at 10:30?
Then I'm probably getting up to get dressed. I have to get dressed for the day. I usually have appointments. I do photo shoots 2 to 3 times a week.
Do you
I
really do that?
usually schedule them at about 2 o'clock. My employee comes at 2 o'clock. Her day starts at 2. So, I get with her. We go over what we have to do for the day. I'll make my appointments, get to do my photo shoots. The photo shoots usually takes about 3 hours. If I have daily, same day drop-offs for customer pickups, I'll do that.
So why do you have to do your
schedule
own
that.
photo shoots, man?
Because when you hire a photographer to do it, the turnaround time frame is too long. Typically for a hired project, it takes them about a week to get your pictures back, and I need mine back the same day.
And so there's nobody out there that can
do the same day, not including edits. That's the thing. Unless there's some photographers out there that can take pictures and edit and provide them to me within 24 hours, I will be happy to pay for your time.
Yeah, because that gives you some
I
time
will.
back. That takes you a while,
It
right? To edit
takes
everything.
hours. Yeah, so I had to literally learn how to do it myself. Bought a professional camera, YouTube myself how to use it, YouTube myself how to edit, and do it all myself because I can get them back to me within a short period of time and get them up on my website, up on my social media, and sell those products ASAP.
So it has nothing to do with a control.
It's not a control thing. It's more of a kind of a supply and demand. So the faster I can get the products out, the faster they'll go, and the faster I can get in more products.
Who wants to hold it?
Yeah, I'm not into waiting to sell it. I want to sell it as soon as I
And see,
do.
I think that's probably one of my problems. Is that because I used to, well, when I first started selling merchandise, I used to do one like 2 times a week. I used to do Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Mhm.
And now I've gotten to the point where I'm overwhelmed or I'm overdoing stuff. I don't even put the stuff on like I'm supposed to on Tuesday and Thursday.
Mhm.
It'll be something quick. But if I just had more time,
Yeah,
I could stand over there and take the picture and upload it or whatever. Because I think when people see it on, then they want
that's what sells it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because I could easily just lay the stuff out on the floor and take
that
a
ain't gonna
picture.
look like nothing.
But that's not going to sell it.
That
People
ain't
want to see it on.
Yeah.
People want to see.
They want to imagine. They want to imagine themselves in it.
They want
That's
to
the
look
thing.
like that.
Yeah,
when
I
they
want to
put it
look
on.
like Charlie
So,
too.
yes, of course, right? We all do.
I want to look like Charlie. See, Charlie, I copied
Please,
off
they
your
want to look like
hairstyle.
you.
Oh,
Okay,
they gotta
they
copy
want to
off-
look like you.
Well, that too. I mean, they be asking them questions. So I don't know if we've helped you guys. I know she and
I think we've helped each other.
Yeah, we sitting here talking. We just talking.
We talking like y'all
we try
ain't
to put our lives together, get our stuff together. The
Yeah.
work-life balance, does it exist and is it attainable? I think it does exist. And I think it is attainable. However, we have to use the tools that we have around us, even those people around us, in order to get what we have in our vision.
Yeah.
You know, I think I have a vision for what I want for my business. Just like my corporate has a vision, how they want their business. Yeah. And how I manage my time for my corporate, I should be doing the same thing for my business. When I clock in for my corporate, I have a clock out time.
Yeah.
And I'd be like Fred Flintstone. I'm like this, padding up out of there. And it should be the same, because sometimes I get in here and we go over because I'm so passionate about it.
Same.
And it's like, maybe like it's 7:15. I'm like, girl, we ain't finished yet.
Right.
Exactly. No, that's really literally how it goes. But I'm gonna have to learn how to
turn off. Same with me.
I'm gonna turn off.
I need to learn how to turn off. I feel like I'm always on.
But you know what that does to me? It makes me impatient.
Yeah. Anxious.
Oh, I don't want to be like that. Or I'll come in here and maybe looking like, hey, everybody like, hey. I'm like, because I haven't had enough rest.
Right.
I've taken on too much water and I'm about to drown. And that's that. And I don't want to drown. I don't have to drown. I have too many talented people around me ready to
help you and willing to help you. You yourself, as busy as you are, reached out to me asking me what could you do to make my job easier.
I want to help you, and I want to.
And you're one of maybe 5 of my close friends, and I love y'all to death for it, but I couldn't even answer that. I can't even tell you
sit on the text
how you can help me. I can't. I'm so used to just doing. I don't even know how to tell you how to help me. That's terrible. So I need help with that.
Yeah, I don't know what I could help you with, but I could ride with you to the store.
You can.
And point some stuff out, be like, girl, you don't need that right now. You don't need that right now. I could help you make sure, did you get your keys? Did you lock it? You got your shoes? You got your lip gloss? I mean, I can do that kind of stuff, but I understand that you have a vision. Yeah. And a lot of times
so much in my head, so it is difficult too. Yeah. But I got to get it out. You're right. I need to get it out. I need to delegate. I need to use resources. I can't do everything myself. Neither can you.
Right.
Neither can y'all.
We're going to try to make it happen. But it said ask for what you need and not what you want.
Okay.
So there's some needs. If you're stretched, I'm here. You could be like, hey, sis, can you go to Spoil? Somebody's coming. The package is on the such and such. So that you don't have to drive all the way out here.
Right.
You know, so you can have that package ready. I'll go meet somebody in Oakland if I'm on my way down here.
Now, see, I don't have a problem with saying no when somebody needs me. I can help, you know.
No, you've never told me no.
I'll make it work,
right.
You know. I'll make it happen, but I don't know how to ask for help.
Well, if somebody offer help, you should.
Somebody offer, I should take it. I don't know how
5 people I told asked you.
They did 5.
Okay, so now you need to be writing out. Well, she can handle this. She's good at this. She's good at this, and give it to her.
Okay.
I think what y'all think? I think she can do it. I think you got it. Be intentional with your time. We ain't wasting no time. No. I think you and you and Siobhan were supposed to go out and eat around the corner one time on Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
And remember I pulled up and y'all wasn't there. I was like,
and she was like, nope. I ain't ready. Bye.
I waited 10 minutes because my time is so important.
And I ain't mad.
And you know how when you at home, you're like, I'm gonna go meet the girls. I'm excited. And you get there, and you're like, wait a minute, what?
And I was like, she really know? I said, yeah, she really knows. She ain't nothing wait for you.
No, I don't. It's not even that I wouldn't wait. Yeah, I know she's over there creeping, walking back and forth. But let her tell it was your fault.
No, it was for sure.
And then what happens when events? We're gonna close out. Give us 3 minutes.
Okay.
Events that conflict with other events.
That's an interesting one because I do think it depends on, again, prioritizing and level of importance. Right. If it's a fundraiser for, a baby who's sick and, that would be far important, would take precedence over, a baby shower or a birthday party. Right. So I think you should prioritize based on level of importance.
I got that. Yeah. And so it says say yes strategically. Understanding, like you said, that the baby with the fundraiser, that's most important. I And I think about what people mean to you as well.
Yeah, same. That's kind
you
of
know,
the same.
you know.
Yeah, they're important.
Yeah, people are important.
You know,
and
versus
just go on.
Yeah.
So I only seen one time.
Yeah,
She
I seen one
gave me a
time
business
and-
card. I'm like, girl, come up to my.
Right.
If we don't come, you understand. Y'all get it now why we wouldn't come, but we want to come. But we just
But we
can't
got
come.
invited to 10 things that day. Just
Yeah.
FYI. So
10.
if we came, we like it.
A lot. And if the husbands came,
Oh, we really. If they came,
we must love you.
yes.
We have to do some persuasion.
To get
So,
them to go.
The last thing, guys, like if you're working from home, which most of us are working from home, and just think if I was sitting at my kitchen table or if I was sitting in my bedroom trying to get my work done with the TV on, I wouldn't be able to get anything done. For me, I couldn't, I can't. I have to have me a space that feels like my office.
Mhm.
So when I'm doing corporate, I sit at that desk doing corporate the whole time. I promise you, I don't get out that chair. I'm basically giving them everything that I got. And I'm telling you, suggest you guys, if you guys have an employment, you're being paid to do a job. Don't halfway do your job.
Mhm.
Do your job to the fullest because you're being paid. And God said, don't do anything halfway because you've been blessed.
Right.
So I try to give my corporate, I do give my corporate everything that I have while I'm sitting at that desk. When I do my boot camp, I try to give my boot camp people everything that I have because I know what it feels like to be on the other side of boot camp. I want my trainer or my coach or somebody who's inspiring me, give me something. Because first of all, you guys are paying me to provide a service, and I want to give you, what I would expect. So the space here, this is boot camp space. I want to give, when I'm in boot camp, I don't want to talk corporate.
Right.
When I'm in boot camp, I don't want to talk about Pookie and them. I want to just give my space. So for me, this is boot camp time. When I shut that office down, that becomes my family time. Because once I shut down that computer, in my corporate, I'm no longer that employee.
Right.
I'm not checking no emails. I'm shut off. And so I have to learn how to do the same thing with the boot camp when I leave this facility.
I agree.
When I leave this facility at 7:30, I should be done.
I should have a shut off time too.
Okay.
I agree.
Okay.
So no more, I can't take no more calls, no more texts, no
7:30.
more requests after 7:30. We didn't move it to 7:30.
So what time was the
It
7? Wait, hold on.
But you know, let's
Hold
just
on.
make it a fair 8 o'clock.
You see what I said? I said 7 p.m. We said
Okay,
7.
we said 7. Let's make it a fair. Let's make it 8. Just to
But
be-
8. But you should be having dinner with your family by 8.
But remember, we're late birds. My husband don't even get home till 7.
Okay. So you okay?
Let's be fair and say 8
8
o'clock.
o'clock.
So
No
after
calls.
8 o'clock, I'm shut off. Those are my work hours. Let's say from 10 to 8.
I'm gonna go for that. Hi, cousin Lester. I love you. You need to know how to do it. I know he owns the car wash.
Oh yeah, hi Les, how you doing?
We got Donita watching. We got Jennifer watching. We got Miss Connie,
Hi, Miss
Flo.
Connie.
I know Ed's watching. I got a text and he was talking too much.
Oh, we talking too much.
It's
Sorry.
okay.
Always
See
talking too
that?
much.
Look, too much.
I'm
Sister,
sorry,
we got
Ed.
your message too. I don't know what we said because we just do our regular
act
talk.
like y'all wouldn't
So
even
I don't know if you guys have any questions. As you know, like she just made the announcement, she has 2 spoiled 1, spoiled 2.
do.
We have Broadway, and then we also have one opening up in Emeryville.
Mhm.
There's going to be a grand opening. It's going to be almost like a party. I'm announcing it.
Yeah,
It's going to be definitely a party.
It's coming.
It's going to be a party, so we want to invite you guys
Estimate
to come out.
7/16 is what I'm shooting for Emeryville, and the first week of August for Broadway.
And you guys are
I'll
all
let y'all know.
invited.
Y'all
You
all
guys are all
invited.
invited. You
I'll
also
announce.
are invited to come to Tip Top Shape tomorrow. We do have free classes tomorrow for any member.
Good
Not
time.
you. You gonna come at 8?
Oh,
It's at 8 o'clock. She ain't getting up on Saturday to come out here and work out. But for those of you that want a free workout and see what it's all about, you have a free opportunity to work out with us free at 472 9th Street, 472 9th Street. And we're gonna wear our red, white, and blue in honor of the 4th of
holiday.
July. It's just a holiday. I mean, it doesn't really. Juneteenth was my holiday,
Right.
but we have a day off, and I'm going to take advantage of that day off. I'm not going to be talking boot camp after tomorrow at 10:30. I'm
That's
shutting
right.
off 10:30, and I won't be talking boot camp again until Tuesday because we're off on Monday. So
That's
there
right.
is no boot camp on
Tuesday.
Monday because I'm going to be here now with my family. I'm going to balance this work-life situation. I'm just gonna do better. I'm gonna definitely do better. What about you?
I think I'm gonna wrap it up. I plan to shut off starting tomorrow, although I have to meet 2 more contractors in the morning. But after that, I think I'm done for the weekend until Tuesday as well. So no more spoiled, no more worried about paint and flooring and all the stuff that I got to do until Tuesday.
I'm with you. We gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
So, babe, I know. See, I have my grandkids today too.
Oh, did you?
See, that's that balance thing. That's they're at the house. So, Yaya, where you going? I was like, I gotta go down the street right quick. Yaya, where you going? So I'm on my way in about 45 minutes.
Yeah, we
gonna go down the street.
It's not her.
Because Mika
It's
gotta go.
her.
She gotta go. No, we gotta go drop off a package.
Oh,
We said a package. We playing, y'all. This Jasmine over here, dude. She's my. All right, y'all give it up for my daughter. She's my assistant today, and we wait for her to come to the computer. So you did a good job, daughter. Come to the computer.
You did a great job. Thank y'all for listening and really just watching us.
Just watch us do
and talk
what we
about
do.
our lives and how busy we are. Hopefully, we help somebody.
Not yet. So thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you.
I'm not sure if we added too much for y'all, but take time, prioritize, don't take on too much. Family is important.
Take some me time.
Me time. Know how much money going in and know how much money coming out.
That's right.
Get you a virtual assistant. You cannot do it all. Utilize those people that have delegate. What
Use your
else?
resources.
Use your resources. Don't be judgmental. We
No.
want to make sure this baby, that 100 meters.
Yes, 100 meters. Shikari.
We want to make sure we pray for her. And then y'all be safe. We appreciate y'all for joining us on this Friday. Hope you guys have a wonderful, safe 4th of July. We're going to pray that
this weekend.
Yeah, we
sure.
pray that
Yeah.
nothing happens in our city. I'm going to go ahead and put that in existence right now.
Yes.
Nothing's going to happen in Oakland, y'all.
No
Nothing's going to happen.
no
in
fires,
Oakland. No shooting, no fire.
no deaths this weekend.
No death
None.
this weekend. So we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. And thank you for tuning in to Samantha's Wise Words. That's what you do? What you do?
I did.
Oh.